Oh, hey there. It's me again. Today we're going to be making a vegan chicken parm. It's an amazing recipe. I'm super excited about it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright guys, first thing you're going to want to do is heat up some oil, avocado oil to 350 degrees. Next thing you're going to want to do is grab your ingredients, mise en place, you got your marinara sauce, your panko breadcrumbs, you got your basil, you got your extra firm, super firm, high protein tofu from Trader Joe's. That's a really good one. You got your mozzarella style shreds from Trader Joe's, and then I got this baguette which was pretty fresh and soft from Trader Joe's as well. And then you got some flour. Next you're going to want your seasonings. You got garlic powder, thyme, sage, and rosemary. Okay, so what you're going to want to do from here is grab your non-dairy milk, your breadcrumbs. We're going to season the breadcrumbs now. You got your breadcrumbs in the bowl, it's about a cup or two. You're going to put your herbs in there. You got a teaspoon of rosemary, and what I do is break it up in between my fingers. And then you're going to add your thyme. That's about a teaspoon, and then you're gonna add your sage. This is also about, I like to go heavier on sage, it's about 2 teaspoons. And then you're gonna put in your garlic powder, which is about another 2 teaspoons as well. I like garlic, so I go a little heavier on the garlic. Next, you're going to add in your sea salt and black pepper blend, about 2 teaspoons of that. And just mix that up with a fork and you should be good to go. Okay, next you want to cut your tofu nice and thick. That's about half a block right there. Cut into thick slices. Just think you want like chicken breast. And then dredge that in your flour. Then you're gonna add it to your non-dairy milk. Submerge it in there. Once your tofu's in that milk, you're gonna take it and put it into the breadcrumbs. And this is where I use a fork to kind of flip it. I try not to use my hand too much because it creates more of a mess. You get more moisture into your panko mix, and it just doesn't stick as well to the tofu. This is called a dredging station. So then you're gonna put it back in your non-dairy milk. I know it seems counterproductive, but it actually works out. And then you add it back to your panko breadcrumbs. And what this does is it creates a layer of, you have a wet coating and then you have a dry coating. So something for the tofu and the panko to stick to the tofu. And it'll look like this when you're done. Just repeat the process with all 3 of the pieces of tofu. Then you're going to start frying once your oil is up to 350. This is kind of a shallower fry. If you are someone who doesn't want to fry their food, I totally understand. I don't eat like this often, but I wanted to recreate this in the best way possible, so I did use oil. I did fry them, but feel free to use an air fryer. Next, we're going to cut our sourdough baguette down the middle like so. We're going to add our marinara sauce to both sides. Bam, bam, bam. You can go heavy on this if you like the marinara coming out the sides like I do. And then I added plenty of that vegan cheese because I want it to be melty and stretchy. And then I added that to my sheet tray. And what I'm doing here is a second fry. So what this does is you get your first fry, which is just your base coat, and then you put it back in to get it even more crispy, and it's going to look like this. So here we are about to assemble our sandwich. We're taking our nice melty bread, taking our pieces of tofu, and we're setting up our station to assemble this bad boy right now. Now you may notice at this point, hey Jeff, you said to fry 3 pieces of tofu. I only needed 2 of them. Yeah, I mean, you can always use that second piece for another dish, or just skip it all together. You don't really need it. Depends how big of a baguette you're using as well. When you cut this sandwich, make sure you don't smash it down. Respect the sandwich, okay? Show some love to it. Cut it nice and soft. Let the blade do the work. And there you go. This is what it should look like. This is the money shot once it's all done. Boom. See the stretchiness of the cheese. Beautiful. Tofu chicken parm. Taste test. I already know how this tastes because I made one yesterday, but just for the video's sake. Guys, that is so ridiculous. It's cheesy, it's saucy, it's got the crunch from the baguette, but it's not too crunchy. It's not like stale sourdough baguette. It's like still pretty soft but crunchy on the inside. It's got that crisp from the tofu, all the herbs, the basil in there. I mean, it's just a combination of flavors that brings me back to my childhood. I highly recommend this, guys. You have to try this. Make it for your non-vegan friends. You don't even have to be vegan to enjoy that. Like, that's up there with one of the best chicken parms I've ever had. It really is that good. Let me know. Tag me in some recipes at Chef Jeffrey's Kitchen on Instagram. I'll be sharing some more Italian recipes. So let me know how you guys like this one. And more videos coming soon, guys. Alright, peace.